But what is the best way to sell big government and then world government to a people like ours, historically devoted to an independent republic of limited powers? The answer is simple. In revolutionary literature, the tactic is known as pressure from above and below. It's the strategy that Colonel House laid down in his book, Philip Drew, Administrator. Deliberately create problems, and then offer only those solutions that result in the expansion of government. Create conditions so frightful at home and abroad that the abandonment of personal liberties and national sovereignty will appear as a reasonable price for a return to domestic tranquility and world peace. If those who seek world dominion can stimulate leftist mobs into violent confrontation with local law enforcement, and also provide exhaustive news coverage so that the entire nation can see and tremble, then the peaceful and freedom-loving majority can be programmed to accept a vast expansion of government powers and even a national police force, offered supposedly to end the violence. If those who seek world dominion can raise the specter of an enemy armed to the teeth with superior atomic weapons on the verge of launching a nuclear holocaust, and also offer world government as the prevention, then millions of Americans can be programmed to accept the loss of national sovereignty as our last best hope for peace. This is the meaning of pressure from above and below. To put over police state measures at home, they need chaos, crime, and anarchy in the streets. To sell the idea of world government, they need the constant threat of nuclear war. Or, as they say in revolutionary circles, the real action is in the reaction.
Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who taught me his truth. Peace and sincerity unto the elect. Shalom. I'm back at you with another lesson, Lord willing, straight to the point of edifying. All right, we're just going to keep land backing off of, this Prudent Man Foreseeth the Evil series. All right, and this message goes out to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the true people of the Holy Scriptures. All right, the time of judgment is at hand. All right, as well as the time of salvation. Okay, we see the doors of mercy closing. Okay, you're going to have soon, this word is going to come off the highways and hedges. You ain't going to have these lessons to come to. All right. The men of the Lord are not going to be there to answer your questions when all hell breaks loose. Okay, we see, all right, the elites are ready to move. Okay, and this ball is about to start rolling. Okay, and it's going to roll over you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man, as well as these Babylonians. All right. Because you are currently, all right, you're in ignorance, all right, you're in complete ignorance of what's going on, all right. Our people have no clue of what's happening, where this is going, all right, how this is prophetic, okay, the things that's going on in the world, okay, which is going to eventually lead up to our Lord Yahweh Shai cracking the clouds, all right, and saving the elect, okay. But before that, okay, the Lord has set it up through Esau, Edom, through the left hand, all right, to bring forth, all right, specific prophecies that he has to fulfill, that Esau, Edom has to fulfill, okay? And one of those prophecies is coming down upon the people with great wrath, okay, and persecuting the prophets, all right, the people that fear Yahweh, Shemel Shai, okay, bringing forth this NWO, okay, which is going to bring forth that MOTB. Okay, that's what glues everything together. Okay, and of course you have war. Okay, and eventually thermonuclear destruction. Okay, so let me grab this scripture here. Okay, and I'm gonna read a few articles, and I got a video, and I'm gonna let the video speak for itself, and I'm just gonna grab scriptures. Okay, Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. All right. And this is the time we're supposed to be seeking Yahweh Shema Shai. This is the time we're supposed to be repenting and turning back into our power, building our faith, trusting in the Lord. Okay? We're supposed to be doing this before the evil days come, and we're in the midst of the evil days. We're in the midst of Jacob's trouble. Elder Apostle Tahar coined this here, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, and it has not failed yet. Okay? We're in the midst of all hell breaking loose. Okay? The elites are making the perfect environment, okay, to bring forth chaos and madness. All right? So that they can bring down, all right, the hammer, so to speak, and bring forth those draconian measures. Okay? Called martial law. Start locking people up. Okay? This is what is coming. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans who are not hearkening unto the voice of the prophets, all right, who is not seeking Yahweh Shema Shai now, okay, you're going to get caught all up in the mist, man. All right, you're going to taste the sword, okay? That ignorance is going to get you destroyed, man. All right? And the evil day is at hand. All right? So let me read this. It says, poll, 47% of Americans think a civil war is likely. You see that? It says, according to a new Martis national poll, almost half of Americans think the United States could erupt into a second civil war in their lifetime. Okay, and this is what is coming. It says 163 years after the first civil war started, it says the demographics of voters were also split into polls parties, generations, radical identities, and genders. It says overall, 34% of voters said it was likely to happen, and 13% said it was very likely. You see that? While 47% said it was likely, and 38% said it was not very likely that we could see a civil war in this lifetime. 14% said it was not likely at all, and 1% were unsure. And this is happening because it's thus saith the scriptures. All right, the scriptures say that this is going to happen. All right, there will be another civil war. You Babylonians will lose your minds on each other, man. All right, and this is all the will and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, destroying this place, Babylon the Great America, from the inside out. All right, let me grab these few scriptures here, man. All right, it is going to happen. All right. Isaiah 19:2, it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and these Egyptians are talking about you Babylonians. All right, the scriptures tell us that we're in a spiritual Egypt and Sodom. Okay, Babylon the Great America. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And y'all gonna get busy on each other over here, man. All right, this country is heavily divided, man. Okay, and this is all a plan, the plan of the elites, man. You see, divide and conquer, problem, reaction, solution. Okay, and you people are falling right in the hands of what's to come. Okay, this is the snare. Okay, and at the end of all of this, you will be enslaved. You see? Let me grab the next verse here. It says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to wizards, because you people ain't gonna know what to do. When the Lord visits, man, y'all ain't gonna know what to do, man. All right, when these calamities start coming forth, y'all ain't gonna know what's going on. All right, y'all gonna be calling on JC and on God. Okay, y'all gonna be doing witchcraft. Okay, but it ain't gonna work for you, because none of that bullshit gonna be able to tell you what's going on. Only the scriptures. All right, only the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna be able to tell you what's going on, and you're being told right now what's going on through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, starting off from the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone on down, man. Okay, you're being told via the scriptures, thus saith the scriptures, what is going to happen. Let me grab this scripture since I said that. Let me grab that real quick. Okay, because a lot of you people are completely oblivious. All right, and I'm talking about you Jakes, completely oblivious of what's going on. Y'all want to live your life. All right, you're going to die in it, man. Straight up. 2nd Ezra 9:1, it says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the sign pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world in which he made. You see that? And the Lord is visiting. Okay? And the way you measure the time diligently, okay, you watch what's going on in the world, the events that's taking place in the world, and you filter them through the scriptures. That's how you get an accurate, okay, understanding of where you are in history, where you are in the world, okay, and we're the closest, all right? And as a matter of fact, we're at the end, man. You see? We're at the end of this thing, man. Okay? There's only a few more prophecies that need to pop off, man, before the Lord comes. Okay? And you people have no idea what's going on. Y'all have no idea what time you're in. Okay? Y'all have no idea what time y'all in. Let me grab this. Mark 24. No, Salakia. Mark 3:24. I got it in the NLT. It says a kingdom divided by civil war will collapse. Okay? And this place is heavily divided. 47% of these Babylonians, and you know it's probably more by now since the situation that happened with Trump. All right? They believe that there's going to be another civil war. And it is going to be another civil war. All right? It is coming. It's inevitable, man. Okay? So I'm going to read a little bit more. I'll grab the next article. It says, of Republican, Democrat, and independent parties, Republicans are more likely to say that an incoming civil war is likely at 53% believing so. See? It says 40% of the Democrats and 41% of the independents agree. And you know, the Lord has... let me grab that scripture, man. All right? Because the people are completely divided, man. Okay? They're completely divided about everything. All right? And then you have, you know, this the left agenda of pushing, you know, all these wicked philosophies. They're trying to push it on the children. Okay? They're trying to push this bugged out mindset on the people. And you got the right wing, all right, that's more conservative, you know, quote unquote, they have Christian values, basically have morals, okay, and they're going to clash. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. Okay? All hell's about to break loose in the midst of Babylon, man. Isaiah 19:14 says, the Lord Yahweh Bashem El Shai hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. All right? And they have caused Egypt to earn every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Because these people, when everything is said and done, y'all are gonna lose your minds, man. All right? All this filth in the midst, the decrepitness, the people are through. All right? No morals, the do what thou wilt spirit. The Lord's about to judge this place, man. Okay? People losing their minds every day. Every day there's a new video of people losing their mind, putting people to death, harming children. Okay? And it's all because of this place. Okay? This place is a giant altar, man, of wickedness. You see? So, I mean, y'all could read, you know, the rest of this, you know. All right? And especially the new generation, Gen Z. Okay? They gonna lose their mind, man. Okay? These entitled, proud people, they gonna lose their mind, man. All right? They're gonna lose their mind. Okay? Especially when they start losing their comforts, man. When this economy collapses, when they can, the famines, there's hardly any food in the stores. Okay? These entitled Babylonians are gonna feel the squeeze. Okay? And they're not gonna be able to deal, man. And people gonna start losing their minds, man. Okay? And this is what Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the elites, this is what they want. Okay? They want the chaos. They want the madness. All right? They want the people to lash out. And they're causing and putting all these snares and traps, in the midst to allow these things to happen. Okay? so they can bring forth the solution to the people, man. All right. But let me just grab this next article, and I'm gonna grab that video, because that video, you know, it speak volumes, man. All right. It says irresponsible rhetoric. AR-15s raise fear of civil war after Trump's shooting. So this is the spirit that's out there, man. All right. This is the spirit. The spirit of civil war is out there, man. Okay. You got people are completely through. They're tired, working 2-3 jobs. All right. Just to keep a roof over their head. Groceries is high. All right. Their kids is unruly. The government wicked. They spending all your money. You know, everything is just through. They putting chemicals in the food, in the air, in the water. It's only a matter of time before the people just completely lose it. And this situation with Trump, all right, this is just an escalation of that. All right? Because they have set up Trump as a savior, man. Okay? And they're trying to get a reaction out of the people. You see? And that video gonna speak a lot. So I'm gonna just read some of this. And then we'll get right over there. All right? So it says when the Martis poll in May revealed that 47% of Americans think there will be a civil war in the United States in their lifetime, my first reaction was to think that the people were watching too many political fiction movies. But nobody should be laughing at such a poll following Saturday's attempt on the life of former President Donald Trump. Okay? And what did he say in the video after he got up? He told him to fight, fight, fight. Okay? And these Republicans, you know, these right-wingers, these conservatives, okay, they not playing. He ain't playing, man. They want their country back. They're watching their country. They're watching their empire fall, man. Okay? They're about to pick up swords for this. Okay? These Edomites are gonna they ready to go up against the government, man. All right, let me grab this. They ready. You see? Let me grab this. Second Ezra 15 and 14, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. This is where it's going, man. Okay, because something's going to give. All right. Next verse, it says, for there shall be sedition among men. Okay, people, inciting people to go up against the government. Okay. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes. Nobody gonna care what the political leaders are going to be talking about, man. The people going to take the power into their own hands, man. This is where it's all going. And this is what the elites want. All right? It says they shall not regard the kings nor their princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. You see? It says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, okay, because they're going to enforce martial law. All right? As well as those 15-minute cities. Okay? But they're going to enforce martial law. Problem, reaction, solution. Okay? They're not passing these bills that's giving presidents king-like power for no reason. All right, giving them immunity from basically from crimes that they commit in the White House while as a sitting president. They're not passing these bills and doing these things for no reason. All right, they're gonna use that power. Okay. Next verse, it says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And this is the time that we're fastly approaching. Okay? The streets of Babylon is going to be a battle zone, man. Just like the movie Civil War. There's going to be a battle zone in the streets. Okay? People are going to lose their minds. Next verse, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, because that famine is coming. And just wait till the famine comes. Wait till the people find out that it's a shortage of food out here, man. The elites are coming from every angle possible. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he's coming from every angle possible. Okay, because something has to give, because this devil needs this NWO, all right, established, man. All right. He needs to bring forth that MOTB. You see? Let me see if I grab any other scripture. I'm going to save those for later. All right. So let me just read a little bit more, and then we can head right over there. Where was I? It says, judging from the first reaction after the shooting, it says political polarization is likely to escalate to dangerous levels as we near the November elections. Okay. It says at a time when the number of semi-automatic weapons in civilian hands have reached an all-time high, and people have been buying weapons and ammo. All right, lately, I believe between last year and this year, they've been buying a lot of ammo and weapons and things of that nature. Ever since I believe, Salaki, I believe it's ever since the CVID, right? People have been buying a lot of ammo and weapons and things of that nature because people, they don't trust their government. People are paranoid. Okay, things are coming out, on the government that they don't have the people's best interest at heart. People understand what's coming. Certain people understand what's coming. The people in the know understand what's coming. All right, all these preppers, that's in the woods and having their own chickens and their own, their own cattle, livestock, and all that and things of that nature. These people understand what's going on. All right, the everyday American is starting to understand and catching on, all right, to the ways of this wicked ass system, man. Okay, they're watching their precious empire fall, man. Okay, they're watching their incompetent president send billions upon billions of their taxpayer money, okay, to keep up another economy, to fund war. Okay, while you got the average American over here completely starved out, right, drugged up, gotta pay, gotta have 2-3 jobs just to keep a roof over your head and take care of your family. Okay, people are gonna get ready to lose it, man. Just like I read in the 2nd Ezra 15 and 16, there's gonna be sedition. People are gonna incite each other. All right, there's gonna be gangs linking up. People are gonna be linking up. People with the same mindset are gonna link up. Okay, and they're gonna be going to these congressmen's houses and congresswomen's houses, man. This is where it's going. Okay, I'm gonna just read this last paragraph. It says there are more than 20 million AR-15 semi-automatic rifles in Americans' hands today. It says up from 400,000 in the early 1990s, and this is all done by design. Okay. It says according to the Wall Street Journal, the AR-15s is the weapon of choice in Americans' mass deleters, and was used by the 20-year-old suspected deleter who tried to delete the former president. Of course, this is all being done by design because they want the gun control. All right, they want to bring forth the gun control so they could take the weapons from the people. All right, or ban certain magazines. Certain type of magazines like the bigger magazines like the 40s and the 60s. Round mags and things of that nature. Okay, because they know when they come for the people, they're gonna give them a run for their money. They're gonna fight back. Babylonians are gonna fight back. They're not just gonna lay down. They're gonna fight back. All right, and it's gonna be mostly military, people who have been in the field, so to speak, and handle weapons and know how to use them. All right, and you're gonna even have the everyday average Edomite. All right, and you're gonna have Jake in the midst of that too. All right, but this is all for the gun control as well. But the elites understand that is going to, that these Babylonians is going to give them a run for their money. This is why he's going to come down with that great wrath, man. Right? If you've seen the movie Civil War, all right, E was not playing. All right? They came in with the F-16s, the drones, everything. All right? So E about to come with it, man. He about to come with everything he got. All right? Because he's losing his empire, man. All right? He's about to fall. Okay? Let me get out of that. All right? So I'm going to play this video here, and I'm going to grab some scriptures, and Lord willing, you're edified.
Josh Searson at World Alternative Media here, and we're joined once again by Mark Gonzalez over at First National Bullion. And, you know, there's a lot of talk about civil war right now. There's a lot of talk about instability in general. And, you know, not only are most Americans on the same page when it comes to they think a civil war is on the way, but we also know now after this attempted assassination of Donald Trump that many Americans think the country is spiraling out of control in a way that's much greater than, you know, just an economic crisis or perhaps a bit of false flag activity, a few explosions here and there, but actual full scale violence against one another. A majority of Americans are concerned about violence in the wake of an assassination attempt against former President Donald Trump, according to a new poll. Some 87% of respondents said they're at least somewhat worried about Americans resorting to violence rather than peacefully working together to solve disagreements. So,
All right. Let me read this again. And it ain't gonna be no peace, man. Right? They're not gonna. This is not gonna be done peacefully, man. This place is gonna go out in great violence. All right. This is that bloody city. Okay. Isaiah 19:2 says, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother and every one against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom." It's going down. Okay. And of course, these Edomites, they always trying to talk this, you know, basically this rehabilitation of Babylon. This is not going to happen, man. This place is finished. All right. The Lord is finishing this place. It's done in this place, man. You see? Let me grab this. All right. Because a lot of people don't understand what time we in. They don't understand what the hell is going on. They have no clue what's going on, man. And Thawadi Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, for the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, all right, the men that you have set up, you know, to give us this understanding, man. And Thawadi Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, man. Because these people have no clue of what's about to happen. They don't have no clue where they at. All right? They have no clue. Okay? Ecclesiastes 3:1, it says, "To everything there's a season, a time to every purpose under the heaven." So I can read that again. Ecclesiastes 3:1, it says, "To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace." And where do you think we are? Where do you think we are? Okay? We're in a time of hate and of war, man. You see it throughout the entire planet. You don't see no love. Besides these moles, there's this false love these moles is trying to promote. Right? That wicked love. Right? It says a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. And we're clearly in a time of hate and of war. Because why? We're measuring the time diligently in itself, man. Right? What we're seeing in the world, what we're seeing happening in the world, we're filtering it through the scriptures and it's giving us an accurate time of where we at. Okay? And we're not in a time of no peace, man. Let me grab this. Ezekiel 7:25, it says, "Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none." Because there's no peace coming here, man. This wicked ass place. Ain't no peace coming here, man. There's going to be nothing but destruction and woe. You see? And even Lord Yahweh Shai said it. All right? Let me grab this. Matthew 10:34, it says, "Think not that I am come to send peace on earth." You see that? The Lord said, I ain't come to send no peace. Right? Read that again. Matthew 10:34 says, "Think not," Lord Yahweh Shai speaking, "think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword." You see that? The Lord came to send destruction. All right? Next verse it says, "For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against the mother, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household." You see that? The Lord came to send division, man. All right? And this place is clearly divided. All right? Clearly divided, man. Let me get this in the NLT again. Mark 3:24 NLT says, "A kingdom divided by civil war will collapse." And this is where this place is headed. All right? This is exactly where Babylon the Great America is headed, man. Okay? And it's because why? The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. You see? This devil's in control of the planet. Okay? And all of these things is the will of the Lord. Everything that is happening is via the will of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right? He's using this devil, Esau, Edom, to fulfill prophecy on the left hand, man. Revelation 6:4, it says, "And there went out another horse that was red, signifying Esau, Edom, so-called white man. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth." And this is what you see this devil doing throughout the entire planet, man. All right? Going throughout the earth with the sword. Okay? Toppling governments. Okay? Putting up his wicked regimes. Plundering people's resources. Okay? Rape, rob, and murdering. Okay? This devil is literally death, man. He's the opposite of peace. Okay? And that is his nature. That's how the Lord created this devil. That's what he created him to be and to do. Okay? Revelation 6:4, it says, "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword." Okay, we know Esau, Edom was blessed, all right, with the sword. That's how he was gonna live. This devil was gonna go throughout the earth. That's how he got all the resources he have. All right, that's how he got the wealth. All right, that's how he conquered nations. Okay, by the sword, his military. All right, his propaganda, his witchcraft, his mind control, the sorceries, the food, the water, the air. All right, this is the man of death, man. This is the son of perdition. Okay, but no peace is coming. Thus saith the scriptures, man. No peace is coming. And you damn Babylonians deserve it, man, for your pride and your wickedness, man. Wait, let me see if I grab this scripture real quick now. I'll start this video again. All right. No peace. Yep. Isaiah 57:21, it says, "There is no peace, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, to the wicked," man. Ain't no peace coming to the wicked. All right, you damn Babylonians are completely wicked. This is a wicked society, man. Everything about it is completely wicked. Everything is out of order, man. Okay? Ain't no peace coming to you niggas, man. Straight up. No peace coming here. All right? Only thing coming here is destruction. All right? Destruction and calamities and more destruction. All right? Until this place gets nuked off the face of the earth.
We're going to go into that today and what is going on in the aftermath of all this. They're blaming Iran now, obviously a deflection as we talk about world war and civil war at the same time. I don't think we've ever seen a time like this before. Before we get into this, I urge people to check that link below for firstnationalbullion.com/schedule-consult/. It has to be that link because then you could go and buy physical gold and silver. You could hold it in your hands. You could put it in a vault. You could put it in an IRA. This is a really good opportunity for people to avoid the coming CBDC, the coming collapse of the hegemony system that we know now as the current US dollar. You can schedule an appointment for a free consultation with Mark, UAM or World Scale. We're witnessing history, it seems, weekly now, We're seeing this attempted assassination of Donald Trump. Now they're trying to say that it was Iran. So that just emboldens this warmongering against Iran with Israel and Russia and Ukraine and China and Taiwan. They're really trying to amp things up right now. And we're seeing the demoralization of a civilization as at the same time as we walk into what appears to be a civil war. Joe Biden testing positive for COVID. Okay, yeah, sure. After saying medical condition would make him consider withdrawing from election. So everything just seems upside down right now. And, you know, it's a time of famine and a time of war, as SHTF plan says. And it's true because we're witnessing the destruction of the supply chain, the destruction of the economy, the destruction of morale, and the push for war across the board simultaneously. As the Polish ruler, as I recently reported, said, Russia-NATO war is extremely close. So this is all happening as we're seeing the NASDAQ puke to worst day in 19 months. It seems like we're talking about headlines like that constantly these days. There's a lot to break down here. Mark, let's talk a little bit about this. There is so much craziness happening in the news. It's like you can't shake it. The last video we did, as I'm posting the video, Trump gets shot in the ear, and it looks like an event staged by the CIA. It looks like he did get shot, but it looks like there's some really weird stuff going on there, and now they're blaming Iran. How much crazier can it get, and what do you think of all this stuff playing out simultaneously right now?
I think get way crazier. Really, I mean, this is just kind of the tip of the iceberg. And interestingly enough, I mean, ironically enough, you posted that video. I remember you texted me, and then boom, I didn't even know what had happened. This to me, like, I don't want to say like false flag. I don't want to make speculation on reasoning. I stick to my lane as far as what I know in the metals. I mean, I can speak very clearly and dictated about history and what that goes on, but it doesn't smell right. It really doesn't. I mean, how does a kid get a ladder, walk as far as he did with a rifle, get in a position, everybody see him? You know, I mean, I guess you can call it badass. I guess Trump, raised his hand, say fight, fight, fight. But then again, you start thinking like Secret Service should have had him on the ground and covered. So like, you really wonder, do they want chaos? Was he intended to be taken out to start a civil war? The thing about with the Civil War, if things were to go off the rails in a major way, we would probably have imposed martial law. That would remove an election. It would make it a lot easier to introduce lockdowns, anything from forcible vaccines to the CBDC. I mean, that could just literally happen overnight. So it's tough to say, but honestly, I think this is the beginning of so much to come. I mean, if you look back just even a decade ago, to even think that this country would be,
And it's only going to keep escalating and escalating and escalating. It is not going to stop. Okay? They're not going to stop. Micah 2:1, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Okay? And these are the elites. Okay, they've been given the earth. The earth has been given into their hands. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has been given over into his hands. Okay? They're pulling the strings from the background, man. Okay? Let me grab this, because it's not going to stop. Psalm 64:2, it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. You see that? I'm going to go down. Okay, because they have nothing to do but plan, all right, snares and gins and traps, all right? First and foremost for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? But they're trying to enslave the entire planet under this technological enslavement, man, all right? Psalm 64:5, it says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? All right? And that's all they do, is lay snares and traps. Okay? And this is just another snare and trap. What happened with Trump is a snare and a trap. Okay? That's all it is. To further their plans, to further the agenda. All right? To have laws and put into pass. Okay? Something big is coming. Okay? Something big is coming.
this type of division, there's always been division, obviously. Even at the 2016 election, I knew people that actually got divorced because Trump got elected. And that was crazy to me that you would actually let it impact you to that degree. And then, you got the division of coming on with the COVIDs and all that nonsense. I mean, there's people I haven't talked to for a long time. Not that I wouldn't. I mean, that's fine. You disagree with me. I believe in what I believe. But that people get so hell bent on digging their feet in, it's actually quite scary. It's quite surreal. And if Trump was to be assassinated, I think that would have been it.
Well, I wanted to point out that, if point number one, if he was to be killed, which it looks like was the goal here, and not because, he's speaking out against the deep state and he's a hero. No, it's not that at all. It's that if he were to be killed, it's not the event itself. It's the aftermath that really affects things, how people handle the aftermath and what the government does. So one, if he were to be killed, then you'd have absolute war on our hands right now. People would be out in the streets right now. I can't even imagine what would be happening at this moment. And if he lives, then you have hero worship. Now, they could use both of these things. And I said,
You hear that? Hero worship. You see that? So the elites, speaking as a man, the elites could have did it two ways. Okay? Where they purposely, because you have videos constantly coming out now, showing that there was a second shooter. Okay? And they could have purposely missed him. Okay? That kid could have just been a stooge for them to blame it on. Okay, but they just needed that event to take place. They just needed that situation to happen. They needed a real situation. They needed people to see their quote unquote savior, all right, being attacked. Okay, or something happening to their quote unquote messiah that they're trying to set up, their false messiah that they're trying to set up. Okay, that's going to quote unquote make America great again. Okay. So it could have went both ways, where if they deleted him, hell would have broke loose, or they can be using this man, like I said, as a savior figure, just like he's saying right now. All right, like a savior figure for the people. Okay, which is down the line, if he does become the president, okay, he's going to have a cult kind of mindset on the people. The people are going to have a cultish kind of mindset on a cultish kind of mindset. You know what I'm saying? So, and this can lead into that persecution. All right. Jake, you see, because we know who Trump works for. We know who pulls the string for Trump in the background. For all of these politicians, we know who pulled the strings, them small hats. OK, so either way, the agenda is gonna be fulfilled. You see? So either if Trump wins and becomes president, we know the agenda is gonna still take place. Okay, he's gonna and Trump looks like the type that is him gonna be who brings forth those draconian measures, man. He's gonna be the one, that brings forth, all right, the persecution. Just speaking as a man. Okay. Because he fits the profile, man. All right. And you're going to have the people that's going to be against us, man. Okay. Because like I said, Trump is all for the small hats. And we preach against the small hats. Okay. And when that persecution come, if you see the King, if you heard of the King Alfred plan, Rex 84, where they're going to deputize, okay, these militias, it's going to go down for Jake, man. See? This is why, Daniel 1, let me grab that real quick. Right? Daniel 1 and 12. Okay. It says, Daniel 12 and 1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even at that time. It says, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be written in the book. You see? So they could be setting Trump up to be the savior figure, okay? Because then the people are gonna have this undying loyalty to him, okay? And he gonna bring the MOTB, they gonna take it, and whoever refuse, or whatever other agenda these elites have, all right, terrorist attacks, false flag attacks that they're gonna bring, that they're gonna blame the ministry, all right, via these camps or these off camps and things of that nature, all right. This man is gonna be fearless when he comes for the prophets, man. Okay, and he's gonna have all these people backing him. Okay, and the scriptures tell you we will be hated. Okay, you see, and persecution is coming. The famine of the word is coming. These things are coming. Okay, and Trump will, just speaking as a man, if they allow this man to live, and of course it's up to Yahweh Shem Shai, but it's a two-way street. All right, this man will bring forth that draconian measure, man. All right, I hope y'all understood what I was trying to say. It sounded better in my head, but just speaking as a man. Okay, but they're already pushing this savior complex, talking about the Most High saved him. This is a sign, okay, that he's supposed to be the president that's gonna save. Hey, they know what they're doing. All right, they know what they're doing. Let me grab this. 2 Corinthians 2:11, it says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices." All right, you're supposed to be prudent. All right, none of this bull crap should be taking you off guard, man. All right, we know who's pulling the strings. We know what's going on. All right, we know that these devils have an agenda to fulfill, man. All right, they got a lot to fill. Okay.
Earlier on Twitter, at World Alt Media on Twitter, I said, the two most dangerous things about politics are this: one, hero worship; two, demoralization. One, you have hero worship with Trump now, and two, you have demoralization with the weakness of Joe Biden. And so you have two people. It's literally end of civilizational vibes that I'm getting from all this right now, and it's really quite frightening because, again, the government isn't going to come and save you. It's something that you have to do yourself. You've been given responsibility on your shoulders by God to actually do something and use your feet and make certain plans. But I mean, right now we're witnessing this happen, and yes, people are just absolutely completely divided. And you mentioned, going back 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. I can't even imagine going back like 5 years to 2019 and imagining the series of events that we've witnessed in the past 5 years. I always knew that it could happen. I've warned about it happening, but to actually live through what we've lived through is so beyond crazy. And now we have this push for a civil war where now Biden looks like he's going to step down. Not that politics or elections actually mean anything, but it looks like he's going to step down. This is going to dramatically affect the economy as well, because we are seeing a shift from the west to the east. So in the case of a civil war, and if we look back at the last civil war, there were competing currencies on the ground. From the Yankees to the Confederates, there was a lot of shenanigans going on, false flags into the monetary system where too much was printed in order to attack the other side, a lot of counterfeits. We saw a lot of mayhem come from that economically. And it's the only time between 1833 at the collapse of the second central bank under Andrew Jackson, and 1913 at the creation of the Federal Reserve. It's the only time in history that we saw real economic chaos in the United States. Otherwise, it was quite prosperous. Imagine that without a central bank. So in the face of what we're seeing now, a world war and civil wars across the board, not just in the United States, but in Britain, in Canada, throughout Europe, what can we expect is going to happen to an economy in the face of this? Because it doesn't look like something that people are going to want to invest in the face of absolute chaos on the ground.
No, I wouldn't suspect that anybody would. I definitely wouldn't, actually, to be honest. In my portfolio, I hold very, very, very little equities. I don't trust them. They work until they don't. So you're going to see this deterioration, or you're actually witnessing this deterioration of civilization is going to be the problem. And if people can't act rationally, if they don't have level head, which we really don't anyway. I mean, we're an emotional civilization as of this point, be it the potential for civil war, the division of vaccines, division of what's going to be coming with bird flu or transgender or whatever. I mean, take your pick. There's so many different things that are breaking us down and breaking us down.
And this is purposely being done. Okay, they have divided society on every cause, on every narrative. Okay, people at each other's throats for stupid things, man. Okay, but it's all done by design. Divide and conquer, man. Okay, while everybody's over here infighting about BS, all right, you got the elites, all right, passing laws, passing legislations, all right, switching up the the system around you, making everything digital. Okay, while everybody's shooting the shit, so to speak, all right, these devils are making a technological prison around you. Okay, they've made everybody purposely emotional. Everything's about feelings. No, is no longer about logic. All right, and what makes sense and what is right. Now it's what I feel and what I think. Okay, and that's gonna get a lot of people destroyed, man. All right, they're setting the fuse. Okay, they're creating the perfect environment. Okay, a completely decrepit, angry, emotional. Basically, it's an environment of a female, like a bunch of females, man, all on a period. All right, and they're about to go at it with each other. They locked in a room together, and they about to go at it, and that's what's happening. All right, these devils are shaking up the bottle, man. All right.
That, of course, is intended because you're divided through so many topic points that you dig your heels into just a few that mean something to you, and you're missing the bigger picture. So, yeah, you're going to see some massive economic chaos here going forward. We are in uncharted territory as a country that, especially for the generations that are living today, we just have never experienced anything like this before. And this is all by design, whether it be to create, if this was a false flag, create a civil war, create some sort of situation that can impose martial law. This is all going into a currency default and a currency revaluation. It is a structured plan. Maybe he was supposed to die. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was told to turn his head. Maybe that pumping the hand in the air saying fight, fight, fight was a photo op. I mean, I really don't know, and I'm not even going to try to speculate. But this is all intended by design to where we create the governments create through the intelligence operations. They create the problems that we face, so we can buy into their solution. And trust me, they have many different solution options on how to fit the narrative, no matter which way it goes.
Well, and before you continue on that, I have to mention, because this is something I think about all the time, the Tavistock Institute in the UK, which brought up a lot of the rock stars that you might remember from the 60s and 70s. They did a thing where they planted stories in the media, much like Operation Mockingbird in the United States, but even more advanced. They planted stories in the media to see how people would react so that they could create a plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G to any scenario. And then if, say, none of the ABCs work, but G works, then they take G, and then G has another tree coming off of it, and that is charted to another plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And so they always know what to do in any certain situation.
You see that? Let me grab this. Just like he said, they have a plan for a plan for a plan for a plan. All right. Psalm 64:5, it says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Next verse, it says they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. This man's mind is deep in wickedness, man. All right. His mind is deep in chaos and madness and setting up snares, man. Okay. He's the master trap maker, man. Okay. The Lord has set this man up, okay, to be completely wicked. All right. And you know how E give it up. He searched everything out. He label and tracks everything. Label and numbers and tracks everything, man. All right. They're coming out with declassified information, you know, how to in the early 19 I say the 1950s 1960s and of that nature, the military was basically running tests, okay, on people, man. As well as you got the Tuskegee experiments. You got many experiments that these devils have ran on the people without their awareness, all right, to see how the people would react. All right, this is the damn devil, man. Okay? He searches out the human brain. He searches out how people operate. They showed you in the movie They Clone Tyrone. Okay? His sorcery's in the food to get you addicted. All right? This is the devil, man. His heart is deep. His mind is deep to do wickedness, man. All right?
And they know generally people will default to, please government help me, please government help me, which is probably what we're going to be seeing down the road if people aren't actually personally prepared.
You see that? Eventually these people are going to bow the knee. Okay? The environment is going to be so crazy, so chaotic. People are going to be getting deleted left and right. Women are going to be getting kidnapped. Houses are going to be getting broken into. All right? People are going to be afraid out of their mind. Gun battles in the street. Okay? That people are going to be begging for the government to intervene. However they want to intervene, just please intervene so we can feel safe again. That's what the people are going to be saying. All right? Problem, reaction, solution. And we know what the solution is going to be, man. All right? That martial law, locking everything down. Them FEMA camps. All right? And eventually that MOTB. Okay? Track, trace, everything. You want to feel safe? Take this. All right? So we'll be able to track everything. We'll be able to track the bad people. We'll be able to track you and know where you are. All right? This will keep you safe. Okay? This is where it's all going.
Oh, 100%. The please government help me. Any way you push it, this chaos is leading to, I don't know. Again, I'll say it again. Martial law, maybe not, but it's leading to what is coming. The complete control. They have to have a reason to have an authoritarian state above and beyond what is already happening right now to usher in the digital currency, and get rid of the dollar. This whole attempted trust is
You see that? Everything's heading to the MOTB. All roads lead to the MOTB. Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time. And this devil knows that the time is running out on his ass, man. And he's about to come down with everything he got. All right? He's going to come down with everything he got.
Nation has kind of made me revalue my thoughts on how this goes down. I always thought it was going to come down through the default of the market. I thought we were going to have a market collapse that just beyond proportion. And not to say that we won't. I mean, I still believe we will. Just what's going to be the start of it now is kind of a different thing. So, yeah, it's intended. It's going to get worse.
Well, in order out of chaos, you need multiple different factions. So you have civil war, world war, food crisis, grid crisis, cyber attack, false flags, demoralization of the public, trans kids, all this kind of stuff. But you also must have, and then the elections, but you must also have a market crash in the midst of this. I mean, if all this is happening and we see the market crash at the same time as we see the dollar system go down, the economy go down, the shift from the west to the east to say BRICS and a new CBDC as the so-called solution to the problem that they created in the first place. I mean, you have the entire roster going at the same time. It's everything happening at once, and that is a chaos that no one has ever actually lived through in modern times, or ever really. So again, with all that happening, there are real solutions out there, and I think a lot of people spend too much time thinking about how afraid they are of what might happen, or what will most definitely happen in the Great Reset. And not enough time on what can I do now? Because it's like people think, what am I going to do when that happens? Well, it's happening slowly. What can people do now to, actually protect themselves?
Well, The first thing that I think everybody needs to do is they need to take individual stock of who they are, kind of where they're at in this point in time, based upon their own personal situation, financially, emotionally, physically. Because when everything's coming at you all at once, you're kind of a deer in headlights, right? You scramble. You don't trust your judgment. You're always trying to think 2 steps ahead of yourself, but yet you don't have the foundation of much to carry you through there, I find. So your mental strength, I think, above all is paramount. I think people need to really, really, really focus on that so they can at least cut through the bullshit the best that they can read it to go forward. Because those days are coming, and I think they're going to come very, very fast. But as far as what you can do to prepare, yes, you need your food, you need your solar, you need your water, you need your community, you need all these things that you need to do based upon what you're able to do it. As far as carrying you through on the monetary aspect, I think you're asking me that. Well, you need your precious metal. So gold and silver is money.
All right, and he about to go into that, but what we know is with 100% accuracy is that none of that shit is gonna matter. No water, no money, none of that. None of it's gonna matter. If the Lord is not with you, you are through. All right. Let me grab this here, man. Ezekiel 7:25, it says, destruction cometh, and they shall see peace, and there shall be none. Next verse, it says, mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision from the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest and the counsel of the ancient. Because once all these things start taking place, people are going to remember the men of the Lord on the highways and hedges. All right? Tell them this destruction was coming. Tell them this chaos was coming. They're going to remember the videos, man. All right? And they're going to be through because why? The Lord is going to pull his hand away. He's going to pull that grace and that mercy away, man. He's going to remove his prophets, man. And it's going to be all out judgment. All right? Let me see if I grab this next scripture right here. You know? Right? He talking about silver and gold, get yourself ready and all this other shit and money and you have no understanding of what's about to happen. Proverbs 11:4, it says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, man. It don't matter how rich you are, man. It don't matter how much silver, gold you got. It don't matter. All right? Judgment is coming. Okay? These niggas think that they could prepare for this shit. The only way you can prepare for it is preparing your mind, body, and spirit in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Al Shai. All right? Trusting in the Lord, leaning on the Lord, building that foundation. All right? For these rocky times to come, man. That's the only thing you can do. And hope that Yahweh Shem Al Shai is with you. Because if he's not, you're through. You're finished. There's nothing you can do. No matter how much water you got, food you got stored up, no matter how much money you got, no matter how much gold and silver you buy, you are finished. Okay? Proverbs 11:4, it says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. And that's going to be the elect. Okay? You people going to be in the streets losing your mind, man. People going to be breaking into your homes with weapons while you in there with you and your children and your wife. Okay? Money ain't going to protect you from none of that. Right? Money can't protect you from a gang of hoodlums coming, breaking into your home. What you going to do? Throw the gold and silver at them? Throw the dollars at them? That's probably useless by then. What are you going to do? Okay? So that's all BS, man. It's leaning on Yahweh Shem Al Shai, trusting on the Lord. Because that's all you're going to have in that day. Let me grab this. That's all you're going to have in that day. Okay? Isaiah 33:6, it says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Al Shai is treasure. That's the only thing that's going to keep you stable is this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and fearing the Lord, and hoping that Yahweh Shem Al Shai is with you. All right? These people don't fear the Lord. They don't fear Yahweh Shem Al Shai. They talking about saving themselves, man. We understand that we cannot save ourselves. It's impossible to save ourselves, man. We need divine intervention, man. We need Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai to intervene. All right? To put forth those miracles to get us out of these tight situations and binds, man, that we're going to, if it's our lot, we're going to be, get caught up in. Okay? These people over here are finished. Okay?
It always has been money. Everything else is a counting measure. But okay, so let's say you want to call gold and silver money. Let's say you want to call it a hedge. Let's say you want to call it insurance. Okay, we'll stick with the insurance form for this point, right? Okay, so if you get in a car wreck and you total your car, you have insurance. If you have a boat, you have boat insurance. If your house gets struck by lightning, you have homeowners insurance, hopefully. So why wouldn't you have insurance on your wealth in case the things go completely off the rails, which it just seems like we're headed to that direction? At least you have something in your possession, or either in a vault, you own it outright. There is no counterparty risk against it. And it's a historic valuation to where an ounce of gold is going to buy you the same durable goods and services that it bought you, 100 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, when Rome fell and when Greece fell, people were still using gold, and they were probably very happy that they could use gold, and they were stuck in some fiat system, which Rome fell largely because of, and the edicts of Diocletian and the coin trimming and all this kind of stuff. People that still owned gold and silver at that time did a lot better than the people who didn't, and we've seen this throughout history. It literally goes back thousands of years, and the results have remained the same.
Well, they have remained the same, and it's actually performed. So the Monday after Trump the assassination attempt would happen, it was kind of a nothing burger to me, and I thought that was a little bit by design. I was waiting for the big move. Well, guess what? We got the big move, right? I mean, gold in the last 2 days has moved about $75. All right, that's a pretty big damn move. Now, that's nothing for what's coming, because side note, the circuit breakers of how far gold and silver can actually perform in a day before they turn off the computers in 2015 was raised to $400 a day in gold and $12 a day in silver. And I think you're actually going to see these moves. So if you think that the volatility and the craziness you have now is something to be awestruck by, just wait to see what's coming. So again, if things are falling off the rails and you still have you're in a position and you have the ability to act, be early to it. Do not be late. A lot of people just wait until their back is against the wall, and they're pressured to, because it's, I'm going to put it off until tomorrow. They just don't understand how this really works. Tomorrow at some point doesn't come when you're dealing with the physical asset of gold and silver, because it reaches a point where it's just simply not available to you in the size and scope, or at least the price point that you wanted to get it at. So I would caution everybody to be early, because what happened this last weekend is a clear sign of what's to come. And if this was that inside false flag, whatever type job, it's not going to stop, right? And you don't have a kid that is allowed to do what he did, have snipers see him, have Secret Service agents be notified, people pointing, there he is, and like nothing happened. So it's people were involved in this somehow. Something's going on. Something just does not smell right. I mean, because
all right, and he think, all right, that he gonna be able to know when, all right, these things are gonna take place. All right, you have no clue when this is gonna happen. The scriptures say the Lord's gonna come like a thief in the night, man. All right. Ecclesiastes 7:12, it says, "For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in a snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time when it falleth suddenly upon them." All right. And a lot of you Negro, Latino, Native Americans, this is going to catch you off guard. It's only going to catch 2/3 off guard, man, as well as these Babylonians. All right. They're going to be completely taken off guard, man. Okay. With no warning. Okay, this man probably gonna be on a vacation somewhere with him and his children. All right, he ain't gonna probably be able to be near his gold and his silver and his food and his resources that he has stored up. Okay, these people don't know where they're going to be when these things happen. Okay, they think insurance and all these things is gonna protect them. No. Okay, Ecclesiasticus 5:7, it says, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem El Shai, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come. And in thy security, see, and this is what this man is talking about. He's talking about being secure. All right. There's no security without Yahweh B'Shem El Shai. Okay. There's no security. Okay. It says, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem El Shai come forth. And in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. And a lot of people are going to get destroyed and perish, man. A lot of these people are gonna perish, man, in the day of vengeance. Okay? Let me see this. Let me grab this real quick. All right. Luke 12 and 15. It says, and he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness. For a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of things which he possesseth. And this is Lord Yahweh Shai speaking. All right. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plenty. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. And he said, this will I do. I will put down my barns and build greater. See? And there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. You see that? So he got a lot of wealth. Okay? He got a lot of wealth. He's storing it up. Okay? It says, and I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. I'm good. I got securities. I'm secure. You see? I got some money saved up. I got food saved up. All right? I'm all right. Take thine ease. I don't got to worry about it. I don't got to worry about nothing. Eat, drink, and be merry. Next verse. It says, but God said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. You see that? Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? You see that? It says, so is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich toward God. And this is the mindset of a lot of these wealthy people, even the elites. All right? Even 2/3 of our people. Okay, but you know, it's mostly for these preppers, these wealthy people, man. All right? They're storing up goods and you know, treasures on earth. Okay? They're not rich to Yahweh B'Shem El Shai in faith, man. Okay? They think they can save themselves, and you cannot save yourself. Your stuff is not going to save you. The things that you've gotten is not going to save you, man. All right? From this judgment. Because now, if the Lord take it, if the Lord put this man to death tomorrow, man, if the Lord require this man's soul tomorrow, what he going to do? You know, he probably got some money, you know, stored up for his family and things of that nature. But the intellect, the prowess he has on the economy, on how money and things, did your wife got that? Could she hold the house down if you were to go right now? And what is that to you? Because now you can't spend it, you can't do it. Now you up with the Heavenly Father, man. You see? That's why you need to be rich towards Yahweh B'Shem El Shai, but these heathen ain't gonna get it. All right? It's only gonna be for the elect. The elect is gonna put their treasures in heaven. All right, where it cannot be robbed. You know, it cannot be corrupted. You see, moth can't corrupt it. You see, these people are building up their treasures on earth. Okay, and the times to come is gonna get very desperate out here, man. People are gonna be very desperate, very paranoid, and then you got these migrants over here. Okay. The perfect scenario is being set up for this place to be completely taken, man. All right. And a lot of these people are going to fall in the snare, man. Okay. A lot of people are going to be caught in the snare. You see that? Ecclesiasticus 5 and 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem El Shai, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth. Because when this happens, man, when the day of the Lord, man, it's going to happen with no warning. Okay, you just like the situation with Trump, that happened with no warning, man. It just happened. Okay? So whatever these elites are going to bring forth is going to come with no warning. No warning. All right? It says, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. And this man thinks that he's secure. You know he got things stacked up, wealth. Okay? And if the Lord require his soul right now, what is he going to do? What is his family going to do? These people ain't ready for what's about to come. All right? And you're going to need the protection, the divine intervention of Yahweh Shem El Shai, man. You're going to need that hedge of protection, man. Okay? You're going to need it. You're going to need this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to get through what's coming. You ain't going to be able to do it on your own.
If if that was the luck of this kid, I mean, he'd probably be better off just buying a lotto ticket. He would have won billions.
Yeah, I mean, the idea of someone for 26 minutes being spotted by Secret Service and police on a roof of a building with a rifle, photographed with a viewfinder, this being sent to police, them knowing about it, them getting alerts on him days before this happened, by the way, as well, because he said he was going to do something big on July 13th. On top of that, he's on top of a building that the Secret Service are literally getting coffee inside of. And he's in a BlackRock commercial, and he's clearly mentally ill. And there's a good chance Manchurian candidate, MK Ultra kind of thing going on. There's evidence of a second shooter. The videos of the snipers are pointed at him for like minutes at a time, and they don't move. And when they actually engage him, they waited for him to shoot before they engaged him. I mean, this is an obvious stand down. There's something really crazy going on. Again, this doesn't mean that Trump is some enemy of the deep state. It's that he is being used for a narrative. Whether he lives or dies, he's being used for a narrative, and it's working because people are falling for it. And the issue is that, again, like I said earlier, it's not the event itself. It is how the aftermath plays out, how the event is used in the aftermath. And that's always the case. That's the case with 9/11. That's the case with this. So not that they're anywhere close to the same, but you get my point. The idea is that they have the event. People are shocked by the event. Then they come in with their solution, problem, reaction, solution, repeat. It's called the Hegelian dialectic, and it's happening, I think, before our eyes in many ways right now, including with the bird flu hoax, with the supply chain breakdown, which is due to crazy climate alarmists and the destruction of farms, and of course the destruction of the dollar, and of course the World War III scenario, and of course these weather modification programs, and of course, and it keeps going. But the insurance versus the Great Reset, the insurance versus the Civil War that is to come, which again will be based on an absolute lie. And I guarantee you most of the attacks won't even be people attacking people. There will be chaos, but it will be government most likely committing attacks and committing explosions and bombs and shootings and stuff like that to ensure that people will continuously be energized. In the face of that, that is the fall of the West and the rise of these other guys that are, the East, that are doing a hell of a lot better economically and morally. Not that I'm saying that they're good guys. I'm saying that they're doing a lot better on that front. They're not pushing 7-year-olds to change their gender, while also declaring in a recent court ruling in California that children don't have free speech at the age of 7, but they can get genital mutilation. This was something that just broke. A 7-year-old in California wrote Black Lives Matter and all lives underneath that, and she got punished for it and is now suspended and went to the court system, and they found 7-year-olds don't have free speech, but they can choose to change their gender. So just remember, that is a demoralization of civilization. That's how the Weimar Republic went down. That's how Rome went down. That's how Greece went down. That's how we will go down as well. And
you see that? And we're in Rome 2.0. All right, we're in Rome all over again. All right, it's happening all over again. You see? And these Edomites see it. They see their empire falling. All right? The only thing left now is the sword. The elites, that's the only thing left for them. And these everyday Babylonians, that's the only thing that's going to be left for them, because people are going to want to get out frustration and anger. Okay? The sword is coming. Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time. Okay? Ephesians 5:15, it says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. All right? The days are evil. These are the things coming down the pipe, man. These elites, they're about to come from every angle possible, man, to bring forth this agenda, to bring forth this MOTB, man. All right? This NWO, this technological enslavement. You see? Ecclesiastes 12:1, it says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. And this is the time you're supposed to be turning back onto Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, 2/3 they through. Okay, because they're going to wait until they're in the danger. They're going to wait until they're in the evil to want to call on God. Okay, Ecclesiastes 12:1, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. And the Lord's about to get busy on these 2/3, man, and upon these Babylonians, man, upon the world. Okay, we're in the evil day, man. It's fastly approaching. It's fastly approaching. Okay, and a lot of, these Babylonians, and especially 2/3 of our people, they're gonna bow the knee, man. They're gonna bow the knee to Baal, man, through fear. All right, propaganda, ignorance. Okay, but at the end, it's gonna lead to their destruction. All right, so I'm just gonna play the remainder of this video, grab a few more scriptures, I'm gonna wrap it up. Ezekiel 7:19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither lift up their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. So you see that? So silver, gold, money, all right? None of these things are going to protect you, all right, or be a protection in that day. You're going to need Yahweh Shema Shai, all right? And a lot of these, preppers, a lot of these, wealthy people, they trust in their money. They trust in their resources, man. Okay, but Esau, Edom's going to put an end to all of that, man. All right? He's going to crash this economy. All right, devaluate the dollar, which is already devaluating. This is why everybody's trying to hop on this new wave of, digital currency. All right, but Esau's over there too. He play over there too. All right, and this is where he wants you to be. All right, and they think they're going to escape. They think they're going to get away. All right, they think they're going to get away and go off to this digital currency that's protected. Nothing is protected from this devil, man. All right, this CBDC is coming. All right, it is coming. And once again, the CBDC is the MOTB. All right, remember, riches profit not in the day of wrath, man. All right, their gold, their silver, none of that's going to save you. All right, and these heathen, they threw anyway. They ain't getting no salvations to none of these heathen, man. All right, but they threw. The mindset of them is through. Okay, you're going to need Yahweh Shema Shai in this day. You see? But y'all get the point. I hope this was edifying. And I'm just going to throw this video in there because he was talking about the CBDCs. And like I said, all roads lead to the MOTB. All right? Every road leads. All of these things that we're seeing, all right, all these agendas, all these false flags, all this chaos and madness that's being propagated and pushed, all right, is to end up at the MOTB, at the central bank digital currency. And I'm going to show you, all right, what that is. All right, the CBDC is the MOTB. Okay, this is why everything around us is going digital. Okay.
Oh no, will it be on your phone? Probably not. Will you have a plastic debit card? Probably not. No, remember Professor Richard Werner told us how this will work and what this control will do to all of us. Watch.
Also, they never talk about the nature of this CBDC. What is it actually going to look like? They never talk about that. Right. But I heard one European central banker tell me what it's going to look like. He saw it. He was invited to one of the old central banks in Europe that are very much promoting this. And they showed him. And, he's a top, executive director of another central bank in Europe. And there's no reason to believe that he was telling me a story. And he was around this large and would be implanted under your skin. So that is the plan.
Right.
All right. And that is the plan. See? Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. All right. And it's about to go down, man. Jacob's trouble's at the door. All hell's about to get break loose. All right. This is the time we get right. And speaking first and foremost for myself. All right. Praying more, fasting more. All right. Staying in the spirit more. You see? Increasing your faith. Trusting the Lord, fearing the Lord. Ecclesiasticus 5:7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, Yahweh Bashem El Shai, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Bashem El Shai come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. And with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Akakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and sincerity unto the elect. Shalom.